What is up, guys? Amp here, bringing you a Black Ops commentary on game reviews and more. Thank you, Junkyard, for letting me post this video, and I'm hoping to see a new resurgence of commentators for this next batch of uploads here. So, let's get to the gameplay. First off, I want to note that this is in fast forward because it was like 20 minutes long, and I didn't want you guys to have to sit through 20 minutes of my Black Ops gameplay, mainly because of how it ends up, which I will talk about in a little bit. I want to say first off that this isn't really sort of my style of play. I don't get games like this that often. I end up going 131 and 18, which is one of my records for like most kills in a match. And the reason I don't go for this is because I'm sort of a sport player, which I will also touch on a little later as well. So I have a couple topics to talk about, but first I want to introduce myself a little bit. If you guys haven't seen me on game reviews and more before, I've actually posted some Halo here before. I'm sort of a Halo player at my core, so you'll see a lot more Halo than Black Ops, but I still play the game, so might as well post something from it. And I kind of stick with the gaming realm when I do my commentaries, as you'll see from this one at least. I do sort of like news stuff or tips and tricks or whatever else comes along. So, but since I play both games, I feel like my topics should stay in that sort of field, since you're not getting a constant barrage of Black Ops and you don't need to hear some other sort of topic because you're just bored of the Black Ops gameplay. But that's just sort of my reasoning behind it. So if you don't if you don't agree with that, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. So I've been experimenting a little bit with live commentary recently, but it's not really my forte yet. I hope to get it there. I've been doing mostly some campaign stuff in Halo 1 that is, to try to give something spiced up for my subscribers. And I'm also thinking about moving into zombies and eventually getting some good solid stuff from matchmaking. But the way I have it set up really isn't ideal for doing matchmaking games, regular games. So anyways, let's move on to sort of the gameplay here. My playstyle is pretty aggressive in all the games that I play. Halo, Call of Duty, any other sort of, I guess racing games and that sort of thing don't really apply. But any first-person shooter that I play, I'm sort of like the aggressive guy. You'll see it a bunch this game. I mean, I don't push up straight into their spawn, at least in this part of the game. But I'm pretty much in their face the entire time, and it ends up getting me killed quite a bit as well. I mean, 18 deaths for 100-something kills, it's not too bad, but I know some of the higher commentators could have done a little better. Anyways, I tend to hip fire a lot in COD too. This has been pointed out by some of my good friends that I play with, and he doesn't really agree with our sort of play style there. And part of the reasoning behind that is that we play on 3 sensitivity, whereas he plays on 7. He's not really a sniper or anything, but that's what he's comfortable with, and I'm comfortable with the 3 sense. It really helps me keep my shot on, and I feel a lot more comfortable with it. But at the same time, if you're gonna start shooting at somebody that you're turning on, you're gonna need to get that hip fire going right away to try to compensate for some of the lack of speed you have to sort of acquire that target. So that's sort of my reasoning behind that. I know a lot of people do it but don't kind of admit to it, and so I'm kind of admitted to it there for you. It's definitely part of my game, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. I actually enjoy hip firing when I get steady aim with 74U. There's some nasty business going on then. Alright, so I am mostly a support player though. When I talk about the aggression and that sort of thing, I'm kind of in their face most of the time, but at the same time I'm doing all the objective stuff as well, which usually means I'm in their face, whether it be planting bombs, capping a flag. I'm used to the flag runner when we're doing CTF, that sort of thing. Sabotage not as much. I'm sort of like the kind of the backup, the bodyguard when it comes to sabotage, because that's a whole different game because it's so short. But like I said, I'm a support player, so I'm going to run the lower kill streaks. In this game specifically, I was running Chopper Gunner, mainly for the fact that I had that one contract. If you go back to near the beginning of the game, for Chopper Gunner I get a contract for it. But otherwise I'd be running 348, spy plane, counter spy plane, and then Blackbird, as you see me trying to put my Blackbird. It's always a competition when you're playing with a team of 6 good guys. It's always a competition to get your stuff out there. You get Chop blocked and Blackbird blocked a whole lot. Anyways, moving on. I want to talk about Demolition a little bit because this game type, a lot of people see as flawed, and my personal opinion is that it's not a horrible game type. I enjoy it. Um, I like how they introduced it in Modern Warfare 2, and it sort of caught on as a standard. But it does have some parts to it that I don't enjoy, and it's not the spawn system. Spawn system is built in such a way that it works for the game type, and obviously it leads to exploitation where you get the complete spawn trapping. But at the same token, you don't want somebody spawning next to the bomb site, out like right off their spawn with like 3 guys spawning there, because that extends the time limit, which is it's the only game type where you can extend the time limit, and so that kind of, I think it defeats the purpose if you're gonna have somebody like spawning on that side of the map like you would in Domination. If you push up too far, you get guys spawning mid-map or even on your own like A flag or C flag. So I think the spawn system works really well for the game type. The one thing I do not enjoy about this game type is that if you're playing a decent team, like in game battles or something, MLG variant has since gotten rid of Demolition. I believe regular game battles has as well, but I'm not sure if about that. Anyways, when you get into Demolition, if both sides usually win, both sides usually win either defense or offense. I can't. It's always, it fluctuates between what team you're playing and how your team's doing against them. It's really about the dynamic of the competitors. But that last round in overtime, it's decided by most kills. Most kills. Whichever team has most kills gets defense, pretty much. If you guys didn't know that, it's a good tip. So it gives a team an automatic advantage in that next round. Now, obviously, I've seen this go the other way. I've been part of it when it's gone the other way. You've lost your defense round, you won your offense, and then you get put on defense for overtime, and you can still win it. It's possible. I've been in that situation at tournaments, local tournaments, that is. So it's not huge pressure like an MLG tournament would be, but it's definitely possible. But it's frustrating because you shouldn't be put at a disadvantage, especially team dynamic wise. So that's just a little thing on me. Just don't worry about it if you if you don't know what I'm talking about, or don't care. It's just a little thing that irks me because I'm sort of the competitive side of this whole gaming thing, commentary scene. Anyways, there's a little news thing that I wanted to talk about for you guys. If you guys did not know, hopefully this commentary goes up before the events I'm talking about. MLG Dallas is April 1st through April 3rd, 2011. It's not an April Fool's joke, folks. But this tournament is going to be pretty freaking sweet. It's the first tournament of 2011 for Major League Gaming, and it will be hosting 2 new games. First one will be Halo Reach. They did host it a little bit last year, but that was an exhibition tournament, I believe is what they called it, and there was also a combine. But officially, the Pro Circuit has not hosted a Reach event yet, so it's going to be exciting to watch the pro teams play. And there's been some mix-ups, so but like I said, I'm a Halo player at heart, and I'm going to be following mostly the Reach stuff over the course of the weekend. But there are some interesting Black Ops developments as well. Some of the big teams that MLG at least has acknowledged being there for the Black Ops tournament will be Envious, Optic. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about Optic, Leverage, Obey, and Victory Without Sacrifice. Now, in a interview I saw on MLG with Big Timer, I believe he's on Optic. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure of the Black Ops stuff. I haven't been in that pro team scene for a while, so. But he was talking about how some of these teams are going to be definitely, they're definitely going to come out of the woodwork and give them some trouble, because I mean, you got names like Hastro and Stainville from Envious, and a lot of the guys from Optic are well known, and coming out of the woodwork, you got some pretty good teams, especially like Leverage and Obey. They've been putting up some good fights on game battles and other tournaments and such, so keep an eye out for them. But the main thing I wanted to talk about, even though this is the Black Ops commentary, was the Reach stuff, and some of these pro teams are going to be ridiculously hard to beat. There's been a lot of mix-ups, and I think Darkest Hour is going to be a top contender, along with Instinct, my personal favorite. You got to go bias on it a little bit. The only 2 teams not to change their rosters are Final Boss and Status Quo, so it's going to be interesting to see how the team dynamics fit in for the first tournament of the year. And keep in mind, the amateurs had this game 2 months ahead of the pros, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works as well. Okay, guys, it's about the end of the commentary. As you can see, we spawn camped most of this game, got our good kill streaks and such. So I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and that you'll check out my channel down in the description. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the commentaries that up here on Game Reviews and More. I'm happy that it's back, and I will be posting more here soon. I hope you guys also enjoyed Halo gameplay, because that is sort of my thing, and I will definitely be posting some more there. But yeah, be sure to check out my channel, and I will see you guys later.